It's Mr. Johns. Welcome to Roadcraft. I'm so excited. This game is finally out. It's here. I played the demo uh, months ago, and the game just came out. Just came out. Um, Yesterday, literally the 20th of May, and today's the 21st. Um, and I was able to download last night a 4K graphic update that was free. So even the graphics going to be even better. And so I'm going to ask that you ride along with me as we figure out how to play the game and exactly um, John's Roadcraft, John's Road Maintenance, John's John's Construction Company, John's Transportation, John's. It's not really construction. John's Roadcraft Company Incorporated. John's Roadcraft. That's good enough. Whatever. And then I get a chance to choose one of two vehicles. Definitely a Ford kind of F350 looking thing, or a more kind of. I mean, this is a work truck, honestly, right? So, let's look at the abilities. Stability versus mobility. Yeah, it's exactly what I would think. But I'm going to still go for the truck. Um, and color. Oh, that's cool. Let's get out of the sun so I can see it. Interesting color choices. I would say on an F350 looking thing, it's a truck. It's a truck. So let's give it a truck color. And I'm just kind of feeling like it shouldn't be anything amazing, but it's just something like that. That's great. So, all right. So this is all new to me. The demo did not look like this, but it looks like we have garage, shop, and information about my company. Total playtime, asphalt paved. That's cool. I love stats. I love information. I love data. So vehicles owned, bridges built, all this great stuff. So how many objectives I did? Yes, I love it. Vehicles unlocked. So that's all great stuff. Whoops. And let's go back into there. So, and then map selection looks like I only have precipice, and I've got all these other maps. So we're going to try that one. So, an industrial town somewhere on the seashore is about to be hit by a storm. You've been tasked with making sure key infrastructure objects are well protected from both the incoming weather and the flood that it will surely cause. So we need to infrastructure requests completed, completed objectives, side objectives. All right, collected resources. That's just again data. So okay, you can only start a new map on a scout vehicle. You can deploy other vehicles. So I assume this doesn't have to be like a scout, an actual scout, but any little vehicle, not a construction vehicle, is considered a scout vehicle that can go out and explore and not really do anything. The truck is not designed to grade a road, for example. So one thing I do remember from the demo, I found the menus a little confusing, and it constantly took me a while to figure out what my objectives were and what to do and how to move around. I like things nice and obvious. So, um, while this is loading, just a little quick update here. This started out as Mud Runner years ago, and then um, ended up being Snow Runner, and those games were great. A lot of transporting logs back and forth from place to place, and a lot of getting stuck. So a lot of times frustrating because you get stuck. It seemed all the time, just constantly stuck, and you're having to pull yourself out. Um, okay, you were subcontracted to assist in reinforcing the shoreline of a phosphate plant, which is we can't have that flood, and the task is part of a large scale operation. So graphics are amazing. Okay, tutorials. You'll be walking through tutorials. So got it. Okay, hold that down. Got it.
Hey
All right,
there,
this is
I'm
my
Ellie, and I'll be your friendly neighborhood dispatcher
dispatcher.
today. And every day unless you screw something up. Then the company replaces us, like dead batteries. But until then, I'll be here to help as much as I can. Not that you need much help with your first task. You need to head to
Okay,
the lookout point and take in the general layout of that town on the coast. They're bracing for one hell of a storm. I suggest you get on with the agenda before the storm hits.
okay. So back to what I was saying. Graphics are look at these graphics. Absolutely awesome. Just the detail of just the road right there is 4K, crisp and neat and detailed. All right, tracked objective up in the upper right corner. Check out the surroundings, reach the location, take a look around, and head for the next waypoint. So far, this seems obvious. Okay. So, one thing that I always thought about Mud Runner and Snow Runner was that um, to me, it just seemed like you had to get from point A to B and the road was washed out or the road was terrible. And I constantly just thought, just bring in a road grader and fix the road, right? Well, that wasn't part of the game. And I guess I wasn't the only one that thought that way because this came out and it's not like SnowRunner 2. This is Roadcraft. It's a whole thing, but it's basically that concept with the ability to just fix a road or build a road from scratch, which makes so much sense. So that's why I'm so excited about it. Let's just change your camera view, press RS or hold RS. Okay, different camera views. I am a third person. Oh, right here. I always like to be outside in every game I play. All right, here's another viewpoint. Bink. Okay, so get a reward for that. Now, explore the South Union phosphate plant.
Enjoying the sights? I often hear they're the best part of your job. At least your job has a best part. I have to make do with cheap coffee and a broken AC. Ready for your next mission?
Okay, this is
Wow,
an
you're
overview.
lucky. Investigate the phosphate plant. Not too exciting, but who am I to argue, right?
It looks
Go
like
take a
just
look.
stay on the road here, is what it looks like. Um, Graphics are fun. That's I don't know if there's a better word for graphics that are realistic but a little bit cartoonish in a way, which are fun. That's the best word for it. So, but the truck does look like a real truck kind of driving down the road. All right, we're going to check out the phosphate plant, and with this huge storm coming. Oh, okay. So this is our first little tutorial on how to get through um, deep water. So X is differential, Y, oh no, Y is diff lock, X is four wheel drive, and A is low gear. Is that right? Hold LB and B to activate the terrain scanner. Left button plus B gives me a little terrain scanner. What that does, it tells me where not to go, basically, right? So, tink. So looking for any green, ooh, and not red. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and just go right here. Deep water. Let's go. Don't be there too long. There we go. So differential will lock the front and back wheels kind of together, and they both have traction like four-wheel drive, but they don't steer very well. So your mobility is. I'll go ahead and take that off. Your mobility. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have. Look at that. Oh, that big rock. Okay. Well, I was thinking over here on the side would be really good, but look at that. That is a marshy mess. But typically, if you can get up and off the mud and just go around it, it's better. So I am going to use my experience a little bit and not even deal with the water if I can. And just stay on the high ground. So, all right. Looks like 62 meters to the left. Also, you can see how slow it's going. So we want to take the diff lock off and four-wheel drive off, or that's all-wheel drive off, and take it out of low gear. Low gear was the reason it was going so slow. Okay, in this case, we have a gate, looks like with a winch. This is going to teach us to use our winch, LB, and aim. Okay. So what we have to do here is aim winch. Oh, RB. So we'll take the aim winch. Let's go. Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? Come on. How is that? How is that stuck here in the driveway? What is your issue? That's ridiculous. There's nothing to get stuck on there. I just thought I should get a little closer. Let's aim the winch. Select winch point, RS. RB. RB. RS. I am doing that. I am doing that. So I want it to be on the front. Can I not select that? Why is this so difficult? Oh, is that? That's weird. Okay, you have to actually be like pointing at it. That's odd. Okay. Okay, that was weird. And then do I just back up? That's what I do. And then release, which should be B. No, that's parking brake. Detach winch. So that's just a lot of different combination of buttons. Seem a little bit much complicated to me. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Multi-purpose scoop. All right. So open the map to see available objectives. Okay. So we have. Okay. So on the left, we have main objective: clear the way into the plant. Also, visit our forward base. Those are two main objectives. Side objectives, there are none. Okay, so it looks like that's in objectives. In the objective tab, you can choose from your available objectives and see its own requirements. Press A to focus your camera on an objective and X to track it. That's the part that was confusing to me last time. So I can open it and I can track it. Not really sure. Tracking just makes it yellow so I can find it, I guess. So I am guessing that this truck is not the tool for the job. So we're going to switch to that guy right there. Open the map to see the new vehicle. Well, I can see the new vehicle. It's right there, but it wants me to open the map. So then I can Y to enter it. Okay, graders have several modes that can be toggled by holding down LB and pressing A and X. I'll figure it out.
Hey, you're not a bad navigator. To be fair, a child could handle it if they could reach the gas pedal. Still, you did fine too, so kudos to you. Now it's time to get you to your forward base. It's not much to look at, but should keep you warm. Oh, and on your way there, be a darling and clear the plant's old entrance for the cavalry.
Okay, marching
That's
locks
later.
the grade blader
When
in
you're
position
higher up,
for
you'll have your money.
traversal and transportation. Let's figure this stuff out here. Change mode. Wow. Oh. Okay. Interesting. See, this is where this game is not for the faint of heart. There's a lot to it, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Clear the way. Let's just go. Come on. This is where the fun begins. Just start knocking stuff around. Now, I probably could have opened the gate, but oh, yeah. Still not a expert here on how to use this, obviously, but should be fairly simple. Okay, so we're just going to get everything out of the way. That's the goal here. Everything, just completely. So let's see if we can, so down more, whoops, down more, so I can scrape. This will probably become one of my main tools, so I need to get good at it. Let's drop that blade all the way down. I like how you can tilt the blade left to right. That's going to be super handy when we start doing roads. I think that's as far down as that thing goes, and I can't really push that further. So let's up. Okay. So down and push. Now I can move it to the outside there. Turn around. It's oddly satisfying, is what I would say. It's just oddly satisfying. Something about pushing stuff around, you know? Let's see if we can rotate that and then up. Then down. Okay. Got that little barrel right there. Let's see, how do I... see what the modes are again here. Basically just angles it left when I do that, or straight when I do that. Greater control, that's what I'm doing. And then down, down is down. Okay, and then I'm thinking I can just push that car and that barrel out. Maybe. Whoop. If I don't hit the post, that barrel is not quite out. It is not wanting to go out. Come on. All right, let's get that car off to the side. Beep, beep. Almost there, I think. So, okay. Um, it should tell me it's accomplished once I'm done. So I'm thinking that little barrel is the only thing. Yep, that's all it was right there. So 800 stars, 1500 cash. All right, so um, that was step one. Step two, let's go back to the main map and visit our forward base. Forward base would be where? See anything here? So, oh, forward base. Forward base. So if I hit A and then track, that's exactly. Okay, I'm learning. I can learn. I can learn. Now, I probably shouldn't visit it in this. So, oh, let's go up, up, up up is up, and down is down. Now I can't just jump out with the Y button, which seems weird since it's right there, but I have to use the map, jump over to the truck, also known as a scout. Okay, and we are in all-wheel drive. We're gonna go visit our forward base. Let's just double check here. Yeah, it's kind of the only way to go here. So if you like off-roading and as well as some road construction and hauling stuff, different missions, you're going to be building bridges, just trying to off-roading, just getting through mud and muck, which is fun in itself. So it's almost enough of a game just to go off-roading and just see if you can get around, which is really fun. But there are you have a company, John's Roadcraft. That's the name of the company. And you can see the sand is fun to drive through. Am I going the right way? It just seems like I'm off base here, but there was another road that went that way. It could very well have been that one. It's a little hard to tell. It's a little early to tell. Let's see if we can stay to the right here. I could go up through these lovely orange orchards if that's what that is. This is Africa, so it feels more like Florida. I was going to say Hawaii, but it kind of feels more like Florida. I believe I'm going to take a right here, and we're going to go up. I love how, wow, it's way back there. Dude, it is way back there. Ooh, careful. All I have is all-wheel drive in this pickup truck. I love how the map opens up. The fog of war opens up the more you drive it. It does seem like it goes. This is full speed. Like I'm punching it. This is full speed. It just doesn't seem like I've got a ton of speed and power, which is weird. Seems unusually slow. I could go 60 or 70 miles an hour if this was a real truck right here. But for some reason, it kind of drives um, like a side by side. Even a side by side can go faster than this. So interesting. I don't think I have any options for improving that. I mean, maybe I can take off. Oh, that was diff lock. I thought that was all-wheel drive. That's all-wheel drive. Oh, okay, but it's slower actually. Now I am going up a hill, but we'll see if that does any better. Okay, so there's my forward base. I did work my way around, and I assume this is kind of be where I'm going to work out of my forward base. It's a little faster now. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't realize that was my diff lock. I was thinking that was my all-wheel drive. So okay. So visit the forward base. 650 stars.
Welcome. The good news is, you're in charge now.
Yeah.
Bad news
So
is, the storage and allocation of resources are all on the company. Well, on to your next job.
She's
Storm's
kind
rolling
of
in,
a
and we need to build a flood wall before it does.
she's a
Before it
sassy one.
floods in, I mean.
So
How do we
Storm's
build a flood
coming.
wall? First, we need to plot a route from the base to the phosphate plant. Once we do that, we can deliver the crane parts to make the wall.
Okay. So all right. So that is the next step, and we'll do that in the next video. I think we're going to learn how to plot routes for other. There was a little bit of this in the demo. You plot routes for your other equipment and workers, and they're going to deliver crane parts so we can build a wall, and we'll do that in the next video. This is going to be fun. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. I've been talking probably for a month or two how almost everybody who asks, I stop by my coffee shop every morning. I talk to my students in my class, like, what games are you playing, Mr. Johns? I'm just, I'm in between games. Yeah, I have hundreds of games to play, and I play a little bit of Flight Simulator 25. I play a little bit of some other things. Just not like super excited. And this one, I think I'm going to be super excited about playing, and it could suck up some of my time, which I think is awesome. So come back and join me, and we'll take on the next part of this task here in John's Roadcraft. For now, though, Mr. Johns is out.